News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, Kellogg Park construction is about to begin, and a new road patcher is put to work with a county commissioner. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A local company is beginning work on a Southside park. It's Tuesday, April 9th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Phase 1 of the construction on Kellogg Park, located on the south end of town, is about to begin. The almost $550,000 bid was granted to Wolfenstein Construction.
The awarding of a bid is up for discussion again. This time, the bid is for Kellogg Park cleaning, grubbing, and grading to Wolfenstein Construction in the amount of $549,585 to execute the contract and fund $150,000 from 25252 Parks Impact Fee Fund and the remaining $399,585 from 25223 Parks Room Tax Fund. This bid was originally from 2017.
So we originally went out to bid in 2017 and the bid came in over $2 million, so we rejected the bid.
Okay, so this is the same bid, but now it's a little bit more in line and consistent with what we're looking for, correct?
This is a different bid, so because the original bid came in so high, we decided to scope it out. So this is just the first phase of the project, and it's also partially grant funded by Land and Water Conservation Fund through the state of Nevada.
Okay, and does prevailing wages kick in on this project?
Yes, the overall project is a prevailing wage project.
The bill is passed with a unanimous vote.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. I guess that's unanimous.
And the Nye County Commissioners used their time during the last meeting to emphasize the importance of registering to vote.
During Commissioner comment, a future bill was brought up involving voter registration.
Some of the provisions in this bill include voter registration during early voting, as well as same-day voter registration, on election day. And the concern is making sure nobody's voted in another county or whatever. So what the clerks have come up with, which I can't say I agree or disagree, is to give those people a provisional ballot when they come in to register. Then it gives us 14 days to determine if those individuals have registered or have voted in other counties.
The future bill also talks about extending acceptance for absentee ballots.
It used to be they have to be in our office by 7 o'clock on election day. Provisions in this allow 7 more days to receive those as long as they are postmarked on election day. So basically, those results you get on election night will not be results. Not only will we have provisional ballots that we have to figure out if they can be counted or not, but we will also be accepting absentee ballots after the fact. So anyway, it's just a bill to watch. We think it's going to pass, so I want to make you aware.
Well, the UK is down to the wire on a Brexit deal. Angela Miles has that and more.
Topping our news, it's crunch time for Brexit. Theresa May, the Prime Minister of the UK, is trying to get a deal done by the end of the week. Today, May will meet with German Chancellor Angela Merkel and the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. President Trump heads to Houston today. He will be talking up his executive orders aimed at speeding up the pace of pipeline construction and other projects involving oil and natural gas. Taking a look at the economy, new orders for goods made in factories fell moderately in February, down 0.5%. Economists say the manufacturing sector is slowing and inventories are rising. On Wall Street, the IPO market is being put to the test. Digital digital scrapbooking site Pinterest, ahead of its IPO, set the price of its stock at $15 to $17. That gives Pinterest a valuation of around $10.5 billion.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, we have more news after this, including an update on Scotty's Castle.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. The National Park Service has completed its environmental assessment review of proposed projects to repair flood damage at Scotty's Castle. Meanwhile, work has already started on projects approved earlier. The popular historic site could be partially open by late 2020 and is expected to be fully open by late 2021. A severe flash flood on the night of October 18th of 2015 sent water, mud, and rocks rushing down Grapevine Canyon. The flood broke through the walls of the historic garage in use by the National Park Service as the site's visitor center and filled it with 4 feet of debris. 2 other historic buildings were damaged by the flood. The main house escaped the path of the flood but bore lesser damage from water intrusion from heavy rain. The Scotty's Castle Flood Rehabilitation Environmental Assessment was finalized on March 12th of this year. Some proposed actions approved in this environmental assessment include repairing historic structures, replacing components, utility systems, building a second public restroom, constructing flood control structures, and building a cooling tower for replacement heating, ventilation, and cooling or HVAC system. Well, the county is trying a new technique to patch our area roads. The Nye County Public Works Department were going around town today to patch potholes that have developed from our recent rains. This morning, the crew was on Wheeler Pass, which had a large amount of potholes on the roadway. County Commissioner Leo Blundo joined in to help out. The DuraPatch system uses a tacky tar-like substance, which then gravel is placed over. This is different from the cold patch mix, which they had been using. The county hopes that this will make the roads more durable in the future. Well, April is Autism Awareness Month, and for families who have loved ones with the disorder, their hope is that the nation's awareness will grow along with acceptance. Impairment due to autism ranges, so there's no single method that will help all autistic kids or adults for that matter. For those who live with autism, it's important that they are able to make the most of their abilities they have regardless of where they fall on the spectrum. As Kim Martinez explains, the goal is to carve out a future for our children and adults with autism.
30, 35, 40, 45.
He likes counting money and shooting hoops with his friends.
Again.
He loves his video games and likes to be heard.
Just say everyone's safe, there's no fire. Everyone's safe, there's no fire.
17-year-old Mauricio has a lot in common with your typical American teen, but he's not typical. He has autism.
Muchos de ellos tienen miedo, se avergüenzan a veces.
His mom says many families are scared or even ashamed when their child gets diagnosed with autism, but she says God blessed her with Mauricio, autism, and all. As the nation recognizes April as being Autism Awareness Month, stories like Mauricio's are in the spotlight. Those who work with and care for autistic kids would like to see heightened awareness year-round.
As a non-disabled person, it can be kind of heartbreaking taking students out there when you see people staring at them or acting like they don't deserve and belong in those places.
What also weighs heavy is the realization that eventually Mauricio will age out of his specialized school, and he will need as many life skills as possible to be able to make it as an autistic adult.
Autism.
Autism awareness. They need to practice those real life skills before they go out there and they're working and spending their own money and budgeting and planning. Do I play a video game or do I buy food with my paycheck?
With 1 in 59 kids diagnosed with autism, according to the latest data, an increase from the prior year, Mauricio's story doesn't scratch the surface of the number of autistic kids out there with a story of their own.
When you look at those statistics, it's increasing every year. When you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism. The spectrum is immense.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
For Ed Newsfeed, I'm Kim Martinez.
Thanks so much, Kim. News 25 will return after this message.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, Jan Lindsay from RSVP invites everyone to get involved in a group to help those who suffer or care for a person who suffers from a form of dementia.
Yes, we have a community action group. We meet the second Friday of every month, and we're meeting at the Valley Electric Conference Center. The idea behind this, the reasoning for dementia-friendly Pahrump, is to disseminate information to as many people as possible. So we have information sessions so we can talk to people about dementia. And a lot of people think of Alzheimer's right away, but that's only one dementia. There are approximately 99 different forms of dementia. So we want to get the word out to people about how to live with someone who is living with dementia. And there are almost 1,400 people in Nye County alone with dementia. And so I think it's critically, I know it's critically important to get as much information as possible out to people. So we now have a library and resource center in the RSVP office, and it's dedicated to books and pamphlets and brochures about dementia. I'm in Suite 38 at the Coalition on the campus, and the office hours for the library will be from 9 until 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So anybody can come in, sign out a book, help themselves to the brochures and pamphlets, because it is very important to get the word out, to offer assistance to care partners whose family member may be living in dementia. Jennifer and I co-chair the meeting, and there's a lot of information, so give us a call, 775-253-5791. It's from 1 until 3, and it's the second Friday of every month.
Thanks, Jan. Well, if you've been down Belle Vista to Ash Meadows, you know there's a wildlife refuge there, and there is the Devil's Hole, which houses some of the rarest fish in the world. And one of the rarest fish species, the Devil's Hole pupfish, has reached a population of 136 observable fish. This high spring season population count follows years of substantially lower spring population counts, which triggered concerns over the changes of survival of this critically endangered fish. In the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s, scientists counted about 200 Devil's Hole pupfish in the annual spring season surveys. There was a startling decline in fish numbers starting in the late 1990s. Biologists were extremely concerned when less than 40 fish were counted in the spring season of 2006, 2007, and 2013. The official result of the recent survey, 136 observable fish, is the highest count recorded during the springtime since 2003. The Pahrump Arts Council is holding their annual Art and Soul event this weekend in Petrick Park.
Art and Soul is April 13th. That is from 10 to 5. This is our big annual event that we have just for our artists, and we are going to have hourly bands, hourly demos, such as wax on glass, learn how to decorate cupcakes. You can have artists like Glass Blower, the welder. We're going to be having an aerialist, hourly raffles. Tons of businesses here in town have donated for the raffles, and so you have a chance to win that as well. Tickets will be available at the PAC booth, along with popcorn, cotton candy, water, and possibly strawberry shortcake at Petrick Park and inside Bob Rood Center. We have the Hub there. They're going to be having their beer garden. The Hub burgers, they're amazing. The tamale place, Pete's Meats. So come on down. These guys are amazing. We are featuring one of the best artists when it comes to food in town. Give me a call on my cell, 425-749-6088. I'm the events coordinator and PR liaison, so I'll be happy to help.
Well, 2 former sex workers of Sherry's Ranch outside of Pahrump have filed a class action lawsuit against the brothel. The suit claims the management should have treated the workers as employees rather than independent contractors. The plaintiffs contend that Sherry's Ranch violates state and federal law by classifying women who work there as contractors, which prevents them from collecting minimum wage and overtime pay. Brothels in Nevada typically classify sex workers as independent laborers, requiring them to split half of their gross earnings with the house, including tips. The plaintiffs say that Sherry's Ranch took 50% of their tips, which they say violates the Federal Fair Labor Standards Act. Workers also complain that they must pay for food, rent, and medical expenses while working for the brothels. Today we have Lily Carl reporting from Pahrump Valley High School with today's student news.
My name is Lily Carl, and this is your student news. The clothing closet open during school hours all year long has clothes, shoes, and accessories for prom coming up on May 4th at Mountain Falls. Please bring your school ID on April 13th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. to get your prom attire in the main Pahrump Valley High School building. The Miss Pahrump pageant is coming soon. The event will be held on June 15th at Saddle West Hotel and Casino here in Pahrump. Please pick up a packet in the main office at Pahrump Valley High School if you would like to enter. Contestants need to be 13 to 18 years old. For more information, contact them at 775-727-4374. It's time to sign up for driver's education classes starting April 17th and June 5th. The cost is $75 per student. For more information, contact Great Basin College at 775-753-2202 or find them on the web. My name is Lily Carl, and this is your student news.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Can't get over how cute Lily was on that student news. But let's take a look outside on that Glenn Lerner weather cam. Oh my gosh, the wind is whipping up big time out there. We're going to find out more about that after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we have a high of 83, a low of 56. Death Valley at 89.60. Amargosa at 78.49. Beatty a high of 71, a low of 43. Goldfield at 56.31. Tonopah at 51.28. Carson City 49.32. Fallon a high of 54, a low of 31. And Fernley at 52.32. For today in Pahrump, partly cloudy skies, a high of 78 degrees, winds out of the west-southwest at 20 miles per hour, humidity at 20%, and sunrise at 6:19 a.m. For tonight, it's currently 72 degrees outside with partly cloudy skies. Our low will be 48 degrees with winds out of the north-northwest at 21 miles per hour, 27% humidity, and 7:12 p.m. for our sunset. Looking ahead to our 7-day, just like yesterday, we have a lot of clouds throughout the week with some sunny skies on Wednesday and Saturday. For temperature-wise, on Wednesday through Saturday, our high temperatures are just going to be fluctuating in and out of those high 60s and those high 70s. And then on Sunday through Tuesday, we're just going to be sitting in those mid-70s. For our overnights, we're seeing a very similar pattern. On Wednesday, we're going to see a low 50 degrees. Thursday through Saturday, we're going to be in about those high 40s. And then Sunday through Tuesday, all lows of 53 degrees. Now, if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5 there, as well as any other news and updates. And now we're going to throw back to the desk with Deanna and Unette.
Thanks so much, Michael, once again. And the National Weather Service is predicting those winds of 30 to 50 miles per hour, which will die down tonight, and up to 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts up there, especially on the Spring Mountain Range. So definitely be careful and check your lawn furniture, or if you want to send it over my way, you can. It's okay. All right, so I want to let everybody know that on Easter Sunday, which is next Sunday, not this Sunday, we will be doing the plaque dedication for Cassandra Selbach at Simpkins Park right before the Fidelis Church has their Easter at Simpkins Park, and that has a lot to do with them and a whole bunch of other entities who are all helping out and volunteers. So the plaque dedication will be at 9 a.m. The Easter egg hunt and the church service begins at 10:30 in the morning on Easter Sunday at Simpkins Park. And of course, the town's Easter egg hunt is going to be on Saturday, and we'll let you know more about all of those events in the coming week. And that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.